guys, and welcome to my channel, Changing Phases Tarot. I'm so happy to have you here with me today. Now today's reading, it's going to be a Daily Tarot Snapshot, which is a one-card reading focusing on the energies surrounding us on that particular day. I will be using, once again, for all of the daily readings this week, I'll be using the Akashic Tarot deck, which I used last week as well. Okay, because I love the deck. I think it's very beautiful, and I love the messages that come through from the deck. So I'll be using that deck for the entire week. And then I'm also in the process of finalizing the readings, the mid-monthlies, and then I'll have the 2018 overview readings that I will be posting very shortly. As you can see, I'm not in my usual place for doing the readings. So I'm not at home right now, but I will be posting those other readings once I get home, so probably more towards the end of the week. Just keep in mind that for all of the readings, they are general, so the messages may or may not resonate with you. In order to have a more personalized reading, you would need to get a private reading with me, and if you're interested, you can take a look at my website. There you'll find information about the types of readings that I offer, as well as pricing for the readings. The site is changingphasestarot.weebly.com, or you could email me at changingphasestarot@gmail.com. Right, I will see you in 1 second to get into the shuffle. Bye for now. All right, so let's get into our reading. So we are looking for the energy surrounding us on Tuesday, December 19th, 2017. What do we need to know? What are the energies surrounding us on Tuesday, December 19th, 2017? We had a lot of cards fall out there. What are the messages for Tuesday, December 19th, 2017? Okay, and the card that we have is the Oracle of Delphi. Let me hold this up. Another major arcana card. So we had one for yesterday, for Monday. And now we have the Oracle of Delphi. Let me hold this. Let me put this so you can see this a little better. Position that. There. Okay. So, interesting. In the original, in the traditional tarot deck, this would be the Fool card, right? This is number 1 in the Akashic Tarot. But in the traditional tarot, this would be the 0 card. We know that the major arcana, it begins with the 0, which is the Fool, and it goes all the way through the last card, 21, which is the World, and the World is the culmination of the Fool's journey. So the Fool goes through all of the experiences and changes, transformations, and learning to get to the World, right? And then that's the ending. It's a significant ending in that person's life. So here we have what would be the 0 card, the Fool card. And the Fool is all about setting off on a new journey, right? And the Fool is somebody who is not scared to take a risk, right? He's somebody who is at the beginning of his or her journey, right? Ready to face adventures, ready to make important decisions. Somebody who is not scared to sort of, if we think of in the traditional tarot deck, the Fool is on top of a mountain with his foot sort of hanging off, ready to step out into the unknown. It's scary, but he's excited, right? He's excited about what these new opportunities are. And it's really about taking that leap of faith, even though, the Fool is cautious, is aware of danger. It's being fearless. It's sort of stepping off the edge and trusting in the universe that things will work out. Now, this particular card, we have here the Priestess at Delphi, and she's sitting on this. You see the seat. There's a three-legged seat that she's sitting on. And then we see there's steam coming up from the ground beneath her. And then we have in nearby, or sort of in the background next to her, there's a robed priest, and he's ready there to write. You see, he has the scroll, and he's ready to write on this open scroll. And so there are two important keys in what has to do with the psychic experience presented here in the card, right? We have the priestess at Delphi actually receiving messages, right? And then we have the priest there who is ready to interpret the messages, right? So she is receiving, and he is ready to receive them from her and to interpret them and write them down. So these are two important keys in the psychic experience. It's about perception and interpretation. So when this card appears in a reading, it really does tell us that, you are in a time of great insight, right, of great psychic power. And I was trying to remember from yesterday, and also from, I think, the weekly, I want to say the weekly reading also had something to do with that, and with trusting in, these, whatever the synchronicities are, right? Trusting in that and paying attention to that. No, it was from yesterday. It was from the daily reading from yesterday. Because this card reminds us that even though, we might not recognize it, and in the card from yesterday, the man was not even sort of paying attention to, so there were things there. There were messages waiting to come in, but he wasn't really even paying attention to it. So this card tells us that even if we're not really recognizing it, right, we do have this gift. All of us have this gift. Everybody has the gift of, of being psychic, of being able to receive messages. It's just, some people are more in tune with this. Some people are more able to interpret the messages. And this also you can, these are so it's something that you can work on as you become more comfortable with receiving the messages, in trusting your intuition. Then, it becomes easier for you to start saying more messages. The more you use your intuition, the more, or the easier it gets. So with this card, it says, try to take notes as you practice, right? Receiving these messages, interpreting the messages. Even if you get messages or images or feelings without really understanding how to interpret them, maybe jot them down, right? If they appear as dreams, keep a notebook next to your bed. When you wake up in the morning, jot down the things that you received. Maybe at that particular moment, they might not make sense, but maybe over the following days or even weeks, you might see things play out in your life that are directly linked to the messages that you received in your dreams. So it's important, just take notice of things like that. So you might be, it's really asking you to be open and to trust in these messages coming in, and it also speaks of your psychic perceptions and their interpretations and how they give you this sort of powerful insight and this Akashic vision of the world. And the Akashic Force message that goes along with this card, it says, close your eyes and go within. Feel your psychic energy growing, expanding upward from the very depths of your being. Now notice the first thing that you sense. So try doing that. Try closing your eyes, right? Try sort of feeling this energy growing and expanding. And then notice the first thing that you sense after that, right? Do these sort of daily exercises, these daily sort of meditations, and then you'll notice how, it does become easier. In the beginning, the messages that seem confusing or jumbled or you might not trust in, after a while, they do start to make more sense. So this is it's a powerful card. Like I was saying yesterday, it's another major arcana. It seems as if we have there's a lot of important changes and a lot of important messages coming through during this last couple of weeks of the year. So I do hope that the message has helped you in some way. I'm wishing you a wonderful Tuesday. And I look forward to reading for you again tomorrow. Sending you much peace, love, and light. Bye.